that shit work on here? Wow, that is funny as fuck. I
That's
was checking. I was
crazy.
like that. Yeah, does it really work on there? That is crazy.
All right, yeah, we're live. Cool.
Let's go.
And
Let's go.
then let me send this to our people. I'll send it to the Discord real quick.
Yeah, drop that in the Discord, man. Let's get it.
All right. Come through. And then it'll be a minute before people come in.
Yeah,
Dominic,
I'm
what's
tapping.
good, buddy? You ready for Pittsburgh, my guy? That's who I'm going
That's
to
good.
the draft with in Pittsburgh.
Oh, for real? Hey, bro, that's fucking lit that you're actually going to the draft, bro. Like being able to be there, that's huge. I definitely want to tap in with you after, once you get some free time after that,
Yeah.
and
I
really
mean,
pick your
shit.
brain on that.
Me and Dominic have been talking about making content while we're there for the SKOLCIAL Network. We might have to set up like you can call me in like after the Vikings
Yeah,
make the pick or something. I
bro,
think that'd
let's
be kind of
do
lit.
it, bro. That would be super lit,
Yeah.
super lit, bro.
All right. Welcome to everybody coming in. What's up, Pop Punk Skull? This is the SKOLCIAL Network live.
Let's
This is
go.
kind of the new thing I'm wanting to do. I want to transition the show a little bit more to like a live stream thing. Just helps the engagement because sometimes when I'm talking here by myself, I just completely lose my fucking train of thought.
Yeah,
Um, but
for real, bro.
yeah, Brev, your mic is low, and Amigo on the left has reverb. I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't know how to fucking fix that. I'm throwing
Oh,
shit at the
do I
wall.
have reverb? Reverb? Hold on.
I think on my end, I might just have you a little loud, so that might be on me. Yeah, I turned it down a little bit.
Hold on, let me make sure that my mic's actually like connected because I do be having those problems on my side too.
Yeah.
We appreciate y'all tapping in, man. Don't worry. We working on it.
Yeah, this first stream, because Rap is a stream pro. I mean, y'all know this is my first time. Like I've done streams, but this is my first time kind of running it. So it's gonna be a little rough in the first couple episodes, but I appreciate you guys. Looks like you guys are rolling in. Welcome everybody from the Discord. Welcome Dominic. Me and Rap are gonna talk some Viking shit tonight. I mean, honestly, I'm gonna hand it to you guys, kind of what you guys want to talk about after we touch on some quarterback stuff. Talk about Tua, talk about Geno, talk about Kyler. You know, all the bullshit that's going on around what quarterback we're gonna sign for this godforsaken team. So definitely, if you
I know,
guys
right?
if you guys have any questions, let us know. Rap, I'm sure the people in here already know who you are, but go ahead, plug your shit.
Yeah, man. Vocal Vike. You know what I'm saying? Vocal Vike. Let me just make sure, man. Hold on. Let me really get my. Let's make sure this is working.
Because you sound good to
Let's
me,
see.
so I don't know if something's messing up in the stream or.
It's definitely like some reverb shit for real. What the hell is going on with that? Yo, I have no idea, y'all. That is weird. But anyways, man, Vocal Vike, you already know what time it is. Shout out my boy Brev though, man. I appreciate you having me on, first of all, bro. Like, shout out to you having me on, bro. Like, we got a lot going on. Obviously in the Vikings world right now with quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Everything's about which quarterback should the Minnesota Vikings get now? You know what I mean? And there was a new one actually available today, man, that we got some news on saying that he's going to be released. So, which is, yeah, somebody who I definitely don't want, but we'll get into that too, man. But hey, vocal mic on everything. Just come holler at your boy, man.
Yep. Yeah, the quarterback stuff. I mean, obviously, me and you are. And by the way, to everybody watching, I'm like toying with the mic stuff. So if something works, let us know while we're.
Yeah, if it changes.
But yeah, let's talk about the quarterback thing because you and I, are obviously, JJ McCarthy guys. We want JJ to pull through, be the quarterback of this team. I mean, like if you're a Vikings fan, that's what you should want. So if you don't want that, you kind of confuse me.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's looking more and more like there's going to be an external quarterback brought in. And I saw there's one that's picking up steam a little bit more, and it's Geno Smith. And I don't know how I feel about it, but you tweeted earlier today. It looks like you got some feelings about it. So definitely, I'll give you your soapbox on the Vikings potentially signing Geno Smith.
Man, Geno. So I just think Geno Smith brings nothing to this team, bro. Like nothing. I just don't think like I mean, if you're gonna go get Geno Smith, you're pretty much saying, bro, we're not trying to win no football games like that. I know some people are comparing and saying, hey, he could possibly be like Sam Darnold. Like it could be another Sam Darnold stuff, bro. Everybody is not gonna be Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
Like that's one thing for sure. And for it to happen back to back like that, man, the chances of that, the chances of that for the same team, no, it's just not happening. Geno Smith is going to be Geno Smith. Like for real, man. I'm just not with it. I'm not gonna say that I would rather have Kirk Cousins. You feel me? Because that would be crazy. But I will say there's other quarterbacks. Like I would take Mac Jones over Geno Smith. Like that's where I'm at with it. I'm being real, and I'm not a big fan of Mac Jones. So
yeah, with Mac Jones, at least there's a little bit of like I guess untapped potential is the lack of a better word. And you're right. Like for Geno, like we know who Geno is. He had a couple good years. And to your point, like Sam Darnold, am I tripping because my phone audio messed up? No, we're trying to work on it. I have no idea what's going on. I'm taking accountability for this one.
Yeah, because you sound like even on my like when I'm watching it on like when I'm listening to it, you sound like reverbish too. But like right here, as we're talking, we sound good.
Yeah,
it's weird.
Yeah, it sounds perfect to us, but I don't.
Yeah.
There's a crazy echo. Yeah, I know. We'll fix it. And nonetheless, I promise if I don't fix it, we'll have it fixed before the next one.
Right.
But
that's a fact.
Yeah, with Geno, I mean, he had a couple good years, but to your point about the Sam Darnold thing, like that was the first time something like that almost has ever happened. So like, are you really gonna bet on that happening again? And that's where I kind of get to what I said on your show a couple weeks ago was like, sleep in the fucking bed you made. Like you took McCarthy to this would be the first time you're going all in on McCarthy. This will be the third time. You went in on him when you drafted him, obviously. Second time you let Sam Darnold walk out and win his Lombardi, and then third of all, this will be the third time that you're doing it. So like, why not just keep going? But the Vikings definitely need competition. I don't know how well it goes if you're just bringing in a starter. Like if you're bringing in Aaron Rodgers, he's the starter, in my view. So I don't know.
Man, I don't like Aaron Rodgers either, Brev. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I'm being really picky with this whole quarterback thing. First of all, because I'm sick of going through it. First of all, so I'm aggravated. And that alone, and just is like, bro, I keep seeing all these names, and I'm like, no, and no, right? But Kyler Murray, I'll say on a positive note, like there was a report that came out, and I know you know how it goes, bro, with these reports, and it was from the Tony Pauline, where it was like, pretty much the Vikings may be secretly shopping, or they're looking at it as they're going to try to get somebody who can actually come in and eventually take over the team. And to me, the only name that makes sense for that scenario is Kyler Murray. Like Geno Smith ain't taking over no team. Like, bro, come on, man. Kirk Cousins ain't taking over the team. I guess you can throw Malik Willis in there, and you can throw Mac Jones in there. I guess those names would be that, I guess. But that's a no for me either, man. You can't tell me as a Vikings fan, like, regardless of how you feel about Kyler, because he's small and this, that, and the third, you can't tell me for a one-off year it wouldn't be fun to watch his little ass just run around the field and making crazy throws, bro.
His small little ass. Yep.
I'm telling you.
Good news from the chat. The audio is fixed. I did it.
Let's go.
It was on me. I knew it was my fault. I accidentally had your audio coming in twice, so there was a crazy echo. So that one's on me.
Let's go.
You come to the SKOLCIAL Network, you get a free acid trip virtually.
There you go.
You're
Let's
welcome
go.
And you didn't even have to risk your health. But yeah, Kyler. So, yes, thank you. I fucking love that noise. I was really hoping you could make that noise tonight.
Absolutely.
Pause. Sorry about that.
Big pause.
Yeah,
Holy.
My fault. Shout out Dominic. Thank you for the membership. Straight cash, homie.
Yo, with the clapping was crazy though, Brev. I ain't gonna lie. Like,
that's
my
fault.
That was...
Brev, your audio reverb still. No, fuck that. No, I don't give a fuck with my audio. My mic is still bad. I'll figure it out again. All right. But yeah, Kyler Murray. I mean, we're both on the same side of the Kyler Murray thing. Like, you can't even like the biggest Kyler Murray hater be like, you can't tell me that you don't lay down at night and be like, wow, what would Kyler Murray look like at US Bank Stadium throwing to Justin Jefferson like that? Even if it's only for 9 games before he gets hurt or before he starts
Yeah,
sucking, but like you won't have to go to week 18 hoping that Justin Jefferson is going to get 1,000 yards. Um,
bro.
and I don't know. Like I think we're a little maybe on different sides, for lack of a better term, on the Kirk
Yeah,
thing, because I know you do not want Kirk to come back. And
no,
for me to be clear, I don't want Kirk to come back if he's being handed the starting job.
right.
I don't want that. I I do you would you agree with, and if you don't, let me know.
Yeah.
Would you agree with like it's not the worst idea, and his coming here is being downplayed a little bit now in reports, but would you agree or disagree that maybe him coming here, even just to be a backup, wouldn't be the worst idea? Because if JJ McCarthy goes down, and I mean,
Mhm.
if we're betting men, he's probably going to,
Yeah.
would it be such a bad thing to have an experienced quarterback that knows the system? Like, could you sign off on that maybe?
Yeah, no, like there were, and the crazy part about it, Brev, is there actually was a point in time. I
Mm-hmm.
would say, what was this? This probably was mid last season when we were, obviously going through the things with JJ McCarthy and he was injured. And it's like, yo, going into the 2026 season, we probably do need to bring somebody in that can hold it down, right?
Yeah.
So, and Kirk Cousins actually was somebody who I threw out there and was like, yo, it probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Now, that's how I was feeling at that point in time, just because the emotions of the season, everything we're going through. And I'm like, hey, he probably could come in and be a backup. He's super smart. He can teach JJ McCarthy the playbook, whatever the case may be. But I guess where I'm at with it is, so our team, right? Our team is different from other teams, obviously. It's been to the point now, I feel like in the past couple of years with the Minnesota Vikings, that it goes all the way down to our QB3 has to be somebody who can win football games. Like, that's the reality that we kind of live in, bro. Like, you think about how many times has our QB3 had to come in and play. We're not even talking about the backup. We talking about the three. Like, we got 2023 with Josh Dobbs, and then you got Jaron Hall came in, and Jaron Hall was the QB3. So he came in for what? I think 2 games. He got
Yeah.
hurt, obviously, early
Mm-hmm.
on in the first one, but then came in against Green Bay. Uh, then you think about this year, Max Brosmer played 2 games, and that says a lot. So that tells me, my I guess my thing is with Kirk Cousins is, I really, when it comes to any backup, I'm trying to also make sure that when he does come in, that my confidence as a fan is still through the roof, saying, man, we can actually win this football game.
Yeah.
See, Kirk Cousins, if we know he has to start, like let's just say it's week 3 or week 5, and JJ went down and Kirk's coming in, I'm like, bro, fuck, I've already
Yeah.
seen this. So he's gonna almost do it. He's gonna almost do it, bruh.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I know it. The backup is the backup. You can't expect the backup to come in and be, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen esque. But again, I think with our situation as Vikings fans, we need to have higher expectations, and damn near QB3 need to be somebody who
Yeah.
can actually win some football games, because it seems like we're one game away from making the playoffs, and it all comes down to the quarterback that has to come in there, man, and play for us and hold it down for a couple games. But I mean, I'm not all the way against the Kirk thing, bro. I'm against it. I want to make that clear. But I guess I could be talked off the ledge.
Yeah.
You know, depending. But I think he mentioned today, Brev, or yesterday, that he wants to go somewhere where he starts. I think he mentioned that to somebody. He was on, I mean, K Adams, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was
I
maybe
think
on
you're
K
right.
Adams.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's
So
yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, we're obviously in September gonna sit down and watch Week 1 of the Vikings, um,
yeah,
like the schedule, and hopefully I'll be at School Fest to try to make it up for
yeah,
that. But
yeah, yeah, for sure. You got to pop out for that,
yeah,
bro.
yeah, I got a book. Man, flights are
Let's
crazy,
go.
but
Yeah,
if I do it far enough in advance, maybe it won't be so crazy. But
yeah,
I mean, at the end of the day, if Kirk Cousins is signed, I mean, I got a Kirk jersey, I guess, that I wore on
yeah,
an episode, so cool. I'm not losing sleep over it. Again, I don't know if I want anybody to come in here and just be handed the starting job over McCarthy. Not because McCarthy deserves to just be handed the starting job.
yeah,
I'm like, just to be completely honest, for 75% of his career that he's actually played, he's been fucking terrible. And
Yeah.
I'll be honest, as a day one McCarthy guy, I'll say that. But yeah, that's where the Anthony Richardson thing is really interesting, because
Yeah.
we know Kev loves some Anthony,
Yeah.
and when my initial reaction to that, and I'll ask for yours here in a second. My initial reaction to that was, well, you already have a raw quarterback with a strong arm. Maybe not, the traits aren't the same or to the level of what Anthony Richardson, like what that ceiling is.
Mhm.
But why, if you are trying to figure out if you want to commit to a project quarterback that is wildly inaccurate and apparently injury prone, why would you bring in another one in a year that, if you're Kevin O'Connell, you need to save your job?
Yeah.
Do you kind of view it like that, or how do you view it?
Yeah, no, I can see where you're at with that. I guess where see, I think me and you too, Brev, like we probably think differently because you write for the team, obviously. So
Mm-hmm.
your thinking is, I would say you're more logical with those type of things to where I'm more fan driven, like
That's
I
fair.
just want
Yeah.
the excitement, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
where you're more like realistic on, hey, this is probably the better thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
But from a guy that just wants to see the team go off and go crazy so he can talk his shit, like imagine Anthony Richardson coming out there and running a 90-yard touchdown on a
Yeah.
QB draw or some shit, just because you look at the athletic ability that he has, the athletic freak. And then I also think about it too, like, I mean, bro, he was a first round pick. Now, a lot of people obviously gonna make the argument, well, he shouldn't have been picked there,
Uh-huh.
right? But I look at the Colts staff at that point in time, and they had what was it, Frank Reich that was there when they I think Frank Reich was there when they drafted him, right? If I'm not
I
mistaken.
believe so.
I read something where they were pretty high on quarterbacks and like really did their homework on it. It wasn't like it was a crazy pick on. So I say that to say they seen something, and not
Yep.
just the Colts. I mean, there was a ton of teams, professionals, what we call them, that seen something in Anthony Richardson and felt like he could be something. So I say it's too early, just like JJ McCarthy. It's too early right now to maybe say that Anthony Richardson can't be anything in this league.
Yep.
So my thinking on this is, well, okay, you have JJ, first round talent, first round pick 10. You have him. You go get another guy that was the fourth pick in the draft, another first round talent, athletic freak. Bring him in. Now you got two first round picks, and again, people can make the argument, well, none of them, both of them shouldn't have been first rounds, but we're calling it for what it is, right? Two first round picks in the room, young, both hungry, both out to prove that they can play. I mean, that's the type of chemistry you want in the room. That's the type of
Yep.
mixture you want. Now, here's the deal. With that being said, Brev, I think it has to be you like as Viking, like now the organization though, if you do that, I think the veteran you bring in, you got to be super intentional now. Like
Yeah.
now you can't just go out and just get anybody just to say he's been in the NFL for 10 years. There's our veteran, guys.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like at that point, maybe Kirk Cousins does look good in that room, maybe. Like maybe I'll buy that. If Kirk Cousins is open to a real competition.
Yep.
Like, hey, bro, listen, we're not giving you the job, but we're saying you can win the job. But guess what? You got these two young dogs that are also gonna play and try to win the job as well. And then like Kirk Cousins, if he's willing to actually help these guys out instead of that's another thing too, Brev.
Mm-hmm.
We got to make sure we get a veteran that's actually willing to come in and actually help these young guys get to where they at.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these veterans we're hearing, Derek Carr, Kirk Cousins, I'm sure Geno Smith, these guys don't want to come in and be no coach, bro. They want to come in and play. Like they want to play, bro. They still
Mm-hmm.
have shit. They still feel like they can play at the highest level. They're not okay with coming in and saying, you're going to be QB2. Who wants to hear that? There's a
Yep.
certain group of quarterbacks that are okay with that because they understand and accept that that's just what they are. I don't
Yep.
think Kirk Cousins is that. I don't think Geno Smith is that. I think those guys still feel like they should be starting in the NFL. And that's the reality.
No, I completely agree. I couldn't have said it better myself. I completely agree. Just because you're trading for Anthony Richardson, like you said, it doesn't mean you can't go out and get a third quarterback. I mean, it doesn't even mean you can't keep Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
just the Vikings might not just acquire one quarterback this offseason. They might acquire two. They're not going to acquire Kyler Murray and Kirk Cousins, but they might acquire Anthony Richardson and maybe a veteran like Geno, God
Yeah.
forbid, which I think we both agree with. Do me a favor, right, real quick. Shout out the chat.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna go grab another pair of headphones because that might be the issue. I got some insider scoop.
Let's go. Let's go, man. Shout out Kinetic in the building. I see you, my guy. Appreciate Kinetic, man. Pop Punk was good. Adam, let's go. We got High Boy in the building. Shout out High Boy, Vikings fan from AZ. Let's get it, man. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Y'all make sure you hit that like button for the broski, man. The SKOLCIAL Network. Shout out Center Stage Draft. Appreciate you tapping in as well. He's a member over here. Let's get it. Let's get it. Shout out to you, man. We gotta give you a Ricky. Let's go, man. My boy D Woods. What's good, D Woods? I see you, man. D Woods be on it too, man. Talking that Vikings talk every day. Absolutely out on Murray. Come on, Nick. I thought you was in there with me on Murray, bro. Nick, I thought you was in there with me. Come on, man. I thought you was with it. He said, shout out for I got you, bro. There you go, Adam. I got you. Right, there you go, Adam, man. I got you with the 5.
Let me know if the audio fixed for you guys in the chat. Yeah, shout out to everybody. Sorry I haven't been staying on top of that. Dominic telling everybody to like the stream. Shout out to that.
Yeah, man.
Kinetic did say something in here I kind of wanted to touch on.
Yeah, let's do it.
I disagree with it a little bit. And it's that. Let me find it real quick.
KOC?
Yeah, KOC failed the team in 2025 and not JJ McCarthy. How do you feel about that?
Let me find that. Let me find that comment. Was it towards the beginning? Because I want to make sure we wording it. That's what he said verbatim.
Yeah,
I see that long.
Yeah, KOC failed this team in 2025, not JJ. It's a little bit up. It's not super duper.
Okay. All right. So KOC failed this team in 2025, not JJ. Look, and I know Kinetic, man. So shout out my boy Kinetic, man. See, the thing is, Kinetic is a diehard Michigan Wolverines fan.
Yeah.
So when he talks JJ McCarthy, it's a little different from the average Vikings fans that talk JJ McCarthy, right?
Sure.
And this isn't me taking a shot at Kinetic. This is just me speaking the facts on how he usually talks about him.
Yeah.
And he does nothing wrong, right? Like he's at that level where nothing is JJ, right? Like it's everything around him. You feel me?
Sure.
Now, here's the deal. I believe that both like KOC and JJ both kind of failed in a way. Right. Now, some people will say, well, it's hard to blame JJ on injuries. You can't say injury, bro. It's part of it. I'm going to be honest with you. It's part of it. It's unfortunate. But guess what? It is what it is, man. Not being available is a problem. And there's a ton of players that have talent out of this world, but get injured. And guess what? They become useless. Like they're useless at that point. And again, and I feel comfortable enough saying it like that because JJ will come out his mouth on his own, which he did multiple times, saying how he felt he let his team down. He feels like that because he's getting injured. Because yes, it's a physical sport. Injuries do happen, but you know what? There is a way to avoid injuries. JJ, we got to admit, he is a little reckless when he runs the football. He wants to, pull the dog out, put his shoulder down, do all this extra shit. I'm not saying that's what happened when he sprained his ankle, when he got that ankle sprain. That was a hip drop tackle that did that. But again, there's some truth to both, man. I think KOC absolutely with the play calling, sometimes just situational play calling is horrible. And JJ, I think coach and quarterback, man, they got to get it together, man. Both of them got to take the blame and figure this shit out.
Yeah, and obviously it's not to pick on Kinetic, but there are Vikings fans out there that feel that Kevin O'Connell is a bit more to blame, and he should be everything with this offseason with Kwesi being fired, with that taken kind of out, which you can't really take that out of the window, but you know what I mean. If you want to place blame, because I'm not going to come on here and say that if the Vikings kept Sam Darnold, they would have won the Super Bowl, because that's just not how it works. Would the Vikings have gone to the playoffs? Yeah, they were a 50-yard Bears kickoff return away from making the playoffs last year, and they had some of the worst quarterback play that we've ever seen in football history. But when you look at last year and when you look at JJ McCarthy, a lot of it, because people kind of want to blame Kevin O'Connell for like how complex his passing offense is, and it is. Like I'm the first one to kind of get upset. Like, dude, can you just put a slant on the field? Like, not everything has
Facts.
to be a 15-yard dig. Jordan Addison doesn't have to be on a post route over the top or in a comeback route every single play. But when you look at Kevin O'Connell's offense, JJ McCarthy is the only quarterback to this point. Granted, yeah, he's young. I get that. He's
Yeah.
learning. He's the only quarterback in this offense that hasn't been able to consistently move the ball downfield. And that
Yeah.
changed a little bit toward the end of the year last year, and I'm not saying that that can't change going forward. I hope it does. JJ McCarthy is my quarterback. He's my guy. If you're a Vikings fan, I
Right.
think he should be your guy because he is your quarterback right now.
Hmm.
But yeah, if every other quarterback is able to move the ball down the field, and I'm not talking about just Kirk Cousins and Sam Darnold, I'm talking about Josh Dobbs. Josh Dobbs can
Yeah.
move the ball down the field a ton, but the offense moved the ball down the field for like 2 or 3 weeks, which is kind of what JJ
Yeah.
McCarthy did. But like Carson Wentz, I mean, I'm really not even against bringing Carson Wentz back next year. Not, I don't know if I want to run back a McCarthy Wentz Brosmer quarterback room. And the gripes with Kevin O'Connell's situational play calling are 100% justified because, like, a 3rd and 1, just run the ball. You run the ball at the
Yeah.
12th best success rate in the NFL. But the reason that the Vikings didn't run the ball a ton isn't just because Kevin O'Connell is so full of himself and believes in his passing concepts. It's
Yeah.
because they couldn't pass the ball and they got thrown out of the game script and they just couldn't run the ball like they wanted to. But they were technically, statistically, one of the most successful teams in the league running the ball last year.
Yeah.
So, but before that, when the passing game was working, I can't bail Kevin O'Connell out then because he did the same shit. We just had a quarterback that could make it work.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know if there was like a pie chart of blame, I would, and not just McCarthy for like why were the Vikings not good last year. I mean, McCarthy shares a part of it, and a
Yep.
lot of that's because he's young. But I'd say the overall quarterback play, because Carson Wentz did move the ball down the field, but he also moved the ball down the field for the other team a couple times. Looking at the Chargers game and the Eagles game, injuries or not,
Yeah.
quarterback play is the reason that this team not only didn't make the playoffs, it's the reason they didn't go deep. I mean, that
Right.
I feel like that's just the fact of the day.
No, that's a fact.
I'm not going to say we're going to go to the Super Bowl again if we kept Darnold, but
Yeah.
the reason that the Vikings not only missed the playoffs by half a game, but didn't at least win a playoff game, and maybe I'm
Yeah.
being a homer, I think they could have won two because that defense was really fucking good, is because of the quarterback play. And the
Yeah.
quarterback play does go hand in hand with the run game.
Yeah.
So
And
that's where I'm
yeah,
at.
and that great take, bro. And I agree with, I mean, like Kinetic, he says JJ's biggest issue is reps and volume. He's got every other physical and mental straight you could ask for, or trait you could ask for, I guess what he mean. But
Yeah.
uh, you know, I was big on JJ McCarthy, man. Everybody knows. I was a huge fan of him. Still am. And I do agree with that. Like I think towards the end of the season, Brev, I think we started to notice that, hey, look, bro, you could see that he's getting more comfortable. It just felt like as you watched him, you just felt like, all right, he looks a little more relaxed. He looks like he's able to make this read, make that read. His head is on a swivel. Love it, right? The
Yeah.
little details that you look for. And it seemed like it was going somewhere. And then boom, gets injured again, right? With the hand thing, and then they try to put him in and then it re-injured it again. So whatever. It's like it's every time he would come back and you would start to get a little excited, there would be a setback. It's unfortunate. It really is, but it still is part of the game. And as Vikings fans, we can only hold on but for so long.
Yeah.
Right? We did this same thing with Lewis Seen. I mean, Irv Smith Jr. was another one that injuries just riddled him. And it's like you eventually, bro, and that's what sucks about it, Brev, is even in 2026, right? Because and real quick before I get into that,
Yeah.
KOC, like let's just say hypothetically, these rumors are true. The Vikings are quietly shopping JJ. The honeymoon's over. Kevin O'Connell kind of wants to chalk it up and say, "Hey, just isn't gonna work, right? It just doesn't really fit his attitude, everything. He's immature. He wasn't who I thought he was. Let's just say that. Let's just say that's where he's going. I would tell you one thing. JJ's the type where I feel like he's gonna have a chip on his shoulder. He would go somewhere else and he would look halfway decent, bro. And us as Vikings fans would be like, God damn, we'd be watching him just like Sam Darnold. That's how much I believe in the kid. I do believe in him that much. But again, I mean, you have to play. What's gonna happen is this year everybody's going to be watching when he goes down on the ground. Everybody's going to be holding their breath like, bro, please get up. Because it's only going to take one injury this year for him to miss 2 games. And us fans, including myself, that is a big supporter, we're going to throw our hands up and say, you know what? I'm done with this shit. I don't care if he can turn into the next Tom Brady. At this point, I don't give a damn because he's not going to be out there anyways to be able to do so. So who gives a damn? It's time to move on. And, that's what I fear, man, because I do want to support JJ McCarthy. I do want him to shut all the haters up, bro. The videos we'll be dropping, bro.
Yep.
Like, come on. You don't think I want to do that?
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro, of course I do. But hey, man.
We don't, it's not that we don't want JJ McCarthy to, we are 2 JJ McCarthy guys, but we got to be real about this.
You got to be real.
And there's comments, shout out Pop Punk Skull and of course Kinetic.
Yeah, man.
With drops that stop drives, we were a 50-yard kick return away from making the playoffs. Like, yeah, we were that kick return away from the playoffs, but to what end if J.J. McCarthy's your quarterback? You go into Chicago. Yes, he beat him week 1 on Monday Night Football in the night game. But, like, if we make the playoffs with J.J. McCarthy, what happens? Like, I don't think...
Are we winning?
No, I don't think so. And yeah, there were drops to stop drives and stuff. Like, there's a million. I'm not saying that the quarterback play is the only reason we didn't make the playoffs. It's not. There's a million different reasons why we didn't make the playoffs last year. Quarterback play. I just don't know how you can look at the quarterback play from last year, McCarthy's fault or not. He's a young developing quarterback who is very injury prone, and that's a whole other discussion and layer as to maybe why he shouldn't be the quarterback of the future, because he can't stay fucking healthy.
Thank you.
There's a million other things. I just don't know how you can look at and watch some of these games from last year and be like, man, if J.J. McCarthy could hit like an out route on time and maybe not sail the ball 10 yards over a receiver, we'd be cooking here. And he's he's a young quarterback. He's learning. He threw some of the most inaccurate passes I've ever seen in my life. There's a learning curve, especially to a Kevin O'Connell offense, for sure. Everybody agrees on that.
Yeah.
His situation is unprecedented, especially now, because Sam Darnold just walked away and won a Lombardi. He just walked away from an organization, won a Super Bowl. So the pressure is there. And there's pressure on him. He's in a crazy situation, but also at the same time, guess what? J.J. McCarthy wants this. J.J. McCarthy obviously is a big-time competitor. I love, for the most part, his mental fortitude, if you want to call it that, like his mindset towards the game and everything. But I can only feel bad for an NFL player that got picked in the top 10 for so long.
Right.
Because it's different. The coming to the Vikings, the pressure was different. But I was saying back in 2024, and I think it's still true, whatever quarterback got drafted in 2024 by this team was walking into the best situation that a rookie quarterback has ever walked into in NFL history, and might not be close. So, dude, I understand you're under pressure. I understand you're, 23 years old now. I think you just turned 23 in January. Yeah. You got Justin Jefferson. You got Jordan Addison. You've got one of the best defenses in the league. Your offensive line was hurt last year. Figure it the fuck out, man.
Man.
Maybe
play football, bro.
Just ball.
Play football, bro. Ball. And another real quick too, Brev, with those when you said to sell passes and stuff. I wanted to touch on this because as Vikings fans and as JJ McCarthy fans, I think a lot of us, because people keep bringing up, the drops, right? I think a lot of it was we just hold Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison to such high standards where we say, hey, if they touch the ball, they need to catch the ball, which Okay, I get it, right? They're making millions of dollars, but let's be real. A lot of those throws that these wide receivers were dropping, yes, they might have touched the ball, but the ball wasn't where it was supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
But let's just keep it a buck. You know what
Right.
I mean? So it's easy to just say, well, the wide receivers were dropping the balls. It's like, yeah, well, if JJ would have threw that shit down 2 more feet, that I probably would have been an easy catch for
Yep.
real. Now there obviously every year there's going to be easy drops where you look at and say, damn, bro, you got to catch that. But I think there was a lot more this year. And because McCarthy fans, we want to protect them so much, we want to try to push it off of him and put it on everybody else, whether it's KOC, the wide receivers aren't catching the ball, the wide receivers aren't running the right routes or whatever. It's like, man, when you really break it down and you look at it, we just got to be real. He just didn't look that good for majority of the year. There's
Yep.
a couple games where he looked like he showed some flashes. Now, I will say the flashes you've seen as a fan should give you hope that, all right, this kid has something. Like he could be something.
Yeah.
It's not like watching Max Brosmer. Like you watch Max
Oh my
Brosmer and you're like,
gosh.
okay, this kid will never be a starter.
Yeah.
All right. Like this kid will never be a starter. It's just never is gonna happen. But when you watch McCarthy, you don't come away saying that. So
Yeah.
that right there in itself is positive for me and keeps me holding on at least because my eyes are telling me that if he gets it together and can get some consistency going and stay healthy, I can see us winning with him because he doesn't have to be a over the top superstar, especially in this offense. I mean, with the weapons you have and stuff, bro, we just need you to hold it down POP like Sam Darnold did. Sam Darnold had a good season, not great, right? It was good, not great. I mean, some people could say it was great, but I say it's good, not great, just comparing it to like the greats
Sure.
that we've seen have
Yeah.
like great seasons.
Yep.
I mean, it was a good NFL quarterback season, bro. That's all we're asking. We're not asking you to be fucking Peyton Manning and Tom Brady. Like, just be, you can throw 13 interceptions, but cap it off with 29 touchdowns at least.
Yeah.
That's all we're asking, man.
Yeah, and I'm glad you touched on like drops in the NFL are kind of just gonna happen. Yeah, we're expecting Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison. Like Jordan Addison had some bad drops this year that he should
Yeah,
have caught.
he
Like
did.
we're not gonna argue that.
One was a touchdown that pissed
Yeah,
me off.
yeah. Oh yeah, was that the what game was that? I
Was
know
was that
exactly.
was it the Bears game? It might have even been the Bears game. I
Yeah,
don't know. That like the second one, maybe.
yeah. But when I a lot of it also goes back to because you were bringing up like sailing the ball over receivers' heads. That happened a lot. Uh, the kid just throws the ball so fucking hard. Like
Yeah,
he showed ability to layer passes sometimes, but
yeah,
that's where a lot of his accuracy issues were. Is he was trying to throw with touch and it just didn't work out. Sometimes
right.
he had some
Yeah,
good throws. He's got good arm talent, but and I guess it goes back to mechanics, which on one hand, like he's using his entire body to throw the ball and swinging that leg. Like if that's how you're accurate, whatever, just do it. I don't care
yeah,
all that much. But a lot of it goes back to the kid just doesn't know how to throw the ball with touch, and I don't know how well that's something that you can like. I'm sure you can coach it, but it's also one of those physical traits that you just kind of have to know, especially in an offense where you're throwing a lot of intermediate passes over the middle.
yeah,
So that laser ball he does throw will come in handy. Of course, we saw that on his first touchdown pass to Justin Jefferson week one.
yeah.
But I don't know. And again, it's not. I don't want the kid to fail.
Yeah,
Obviously,
me neither. Me neither, bro. But
um,
you look at some of these games, bro, like game 1, 143 yards, game 2, 158 yards,
yeah,
143 yards. I mean, Baltimore, he had 248, but he only had one touchdown and two interceptions. All right.
mm-hmm,
And then the other game where this was Dallas, you can make the argument that was his best, probably one of his best games, in my opinion. Now, I know the first Detroit game probably felt better
yeah, yeah,
as a fan watching it because it just was lit. But like the Dallas game, I mean, doing 250 for two touchdowns and an interception, and his average was 10.4. So he was slinging that shit in that
yeah,
Dallas game, and we're talking end of the season. We're talking in December. That's where it started to kind of look good. But we look at the Giants game. I mean, he threw no touchdowns and an interception, but he was 9 for 14. That's the game he came out. And then the last game, no touchdowns either, and he went 14 for 23 for 182. So it's like what I'm saying is like we gotta get some more production, brother. That's just that's just the bottom damn line. It's unfortunate that he missed this whole first year. We're going into year 3 now with this guy. Year
Yeah.
3, bro. Like, come on, man. We got to
Yeah.
get it popped. His
Yeah.
status is questionable on ESPN, by the way, which
Oh,
is nasty work.
I mean that checks out. Um,
Questionable and goddamn and March is wild.
yeah. Shout out Highboy 4x4. He had an interesting comment. By the time McCarthy gets ready, the Vikings have to rebuild the team again. And that
Yeah.
kind of reminded me what you're saying about we kind of just need a quarterback that, like you were
Yeah.
saying, you can have 13 interceptions, but you can also have 29 touchdowns. We
Yeah.
had that guy who would throw 29 touchdowns, but less than that many interceptions with Kirk Cousins. The
Right.
problem is where I tie it to this comment is I guess the argument for Kirk Cousins, and I think I brought this up to you before. He never had the Brian Flores defense in Minnesota. He had the waning down Mike Zimmer defense, and he missed the playoffs with it. He did win a playoff game in 2019 with it, but when Kirk was here, he had the Donatel defense and like the really shitty end of the Mike Zimmer era defense. With
Yeah.
I'm not saying the Vikings would have won anything in that time, but like with McCarthy, I think Highboy is kind of right because there's no young talent on this defense, and like as long as Brian Flores is your defensive coordinator, like I'm confident in him to make lemonade with lemons,
Yeah.
but like how long does it take JJ McCarthy to be good? Because we've said it a million times, he just can't stay healthy. We
Yeah.
drafted him 22 months ago, and the kid has played 10 games,
10 football games.
11 if you count the preseason game in which he got injured, like football
Yeah.
games in total.
Yeah.
So I don't know, and it ties back. I think it was shout out Skull Mafia. He said it earlier. Like I don't know if JJ or if KOC can tie his job to JJ McCarthy this year, which I kind of agree with. Um, but to that same point, he tied his job to him when he drafted him in 2024. And then, what I was saying earlier in the show, he doubled down on it when he let Darnold walk. The game has changed a little bit.
Yeah.
Quasi just got fired. Kevin's in control. Kevin, I assume him and Brian Flores can be making their pitches to the front office. Hey,
Yeah.
Rob, can we make this money work for this player? Figure it out, you nerd.
Right.
But I don't know.
I mean, I look at right now too, Brev. I'm
Mhm.
looking at because here's the option. I'm telling you, I'm really, really like involved in this whole Kyler Murray thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And some fans may say, "Rap, relax on the Kyler Murray shit, bro." No, all right, I'm not. So you can say what you want, bro. I'm immersed in the shit.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you right now, I love JJ McCarthy. We just went on a whole spill for 40 minutes talking about how we want to see him succeed. But I'll tell you right now, if you're looking for a guy to come in and can possibly take over the team for years to come if JJ doesn't work out in 2026, I feel like Kyler Murray's your guy, bro. 2024, man, this man had 3,800 yards, right? On top of that, about 600 yards rushing, 572.
Yep.
Okay, 21 touchdowns, 11 picks. He can pick up the touchdown, but you also got to remember too, he does not have a Justin Jefferson or a Jordan Addison. Let's keep that in mind. Arizona, name me somebody on Arizona since Kyler Murray been there. I'll wait. You know what I mean? Like they never really been having shit like that. I mean, they did have. I guess he had Hopkins for a little bit. So
Marvin Harrison
give him.
Jr., but he's been
Yeah,
disappointing.
got him now. And when guess what? When Kyler did have Hopkins and the 2020s, 2019s, stuff like that, you're talking 3,700 yards, 3,900 yards, 3,700 yards. I mean, this man had 3 seasons back to back to back to back, balling as a rookie. We talking rookie shit right here.
Yeah.
Like, look at the difference. Kyler Murray as a rookie, 64.4% completion percentage, 3,700 yards, 20 touchdowns, and he did have 12 interceptions, right? But he also capped that off when you're talking about his with rushing in his rookie season with 544 yards and 4 touchdowns. I'm saying this dude has fucking superstar potential. He's right under the line, in my opinion. if he gets in the right system. I would be excited to see his little ass run around and throw the ball in the KOC's offense. That's all I'm saying,
Yeah.
bro. That's the only that's why I'm making the argument. Geno Smith, that shit don't do nothing to me. Hearing Geno Smith name, no. Geno Smith has never been a type of quarterback like that. Hell no. Fuck.
Yeah, and I've said it a million times too. Like Kyler Murray, the Jonathan Gannon hire a couple of years ago for Arizona just didn't make sense to me. And I love Jonathan Gannon. I think he's super funny. If you remember that video of when he came into the building, and I think he was actually talking to Rondale Moore. Rest in peace with the fireworks,
rest
explosives.
In peace,
But like when he had Cliff Kingsbury, who maybe not a great head coach, but is a good offensive mind in the NFL, and that's been proven.
Yeah,
Kyler was electric. And even then, like he's on the Cardinals. I mean, there's some organizations where it doesn't matter if you're performing well, even if you're not winning like playoff games. Like it's impressive. Like the Cardinals, the Jets, the Browns. Kyler, and I think it was Skull Mafia that just said it. If you don't want Kyler, you're scared he's going to take McCarthy's job. I'm a Vikings fan first. Exactly. And again, millionth time, me and you, day one McCarthy guys. But I want the Vikings to win football games. I don't know if they can do that with JJ McCarthy. Hope I'm wrong. I have hope in it, but that's all I have. I don't have evidence.
Yeah.
I guess they're 6-4 with JJ McCarthy at the helm, but you know what I mean. You just, I said at the beginning of the show, you can't tell me you wouldn't be excited about Kyler Murray unless you just have like money on JJ McCarthy, or Kinetic gets a pass. He's a Michigan fan. Shout out.
Yeah, Kinetic's gonna be, JJ over everybody for sure. Shout out my boy Pop Punk too, man. He's diehard JJ too. Which it's cool, man. I get it. I pushed him super hard as far as hyping him up. I'm part of the hype train, bro. When it comes to JJ McCarthy, all that hyping and that extra hyping and shit, I'm part of that group. So I get it 100%.
Yeah, and that was a lot of quarterback talk. That was awesome.
That was, man. But it's unfortunate, Brev. Like the Vikings in 2026, bro. We're still here talking about the damn quarterback, bro.
We're gonna be here in 2046 too. You already know that.
What the hell, bro?
I don't know.
I gotta play the button. My bad.
Thank you. That shit is so funny. I wanted to direct us to a different direction because I know we're coming up on time here. I saw something, I think it was yesterday, that it got announced that kind of concerned me, not because I disagree with the move, but it might have signaled something to me that I'm very scared of, and we agree on this, I know. The Vikings are, of course, we all saw it coming. They're going to release Javon Hargrave and Aaron Jones unless they can trade them.
Mm-hmm.
What concerns me, because I've been having this gut feeling. I'm not one of those people that's going to say my gut feeling's always right. It's not. It concerns me because why was TJ Hawkinson not one of the first ones that was announced about? Does that mean that... Shout out Skull Mafia. Welcome to the Love Boat, baby.
I'm my Skull bro, man. Let's go. Showing love.
It concerns me.
Let's go.
If Hawkinson's not one of the first ones, maybe I'm being dramatic, but... They're going to keep his ass, aren't they? They're going to restructure him and keep his ass, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. We seen so there was a report who did it. Well, I think they said it was Thor though that said he heard something at the combine about how the Minnesota Vikings, here we go. Sounds like the Vikings want to lower TJ. This came out today from Ellick. Sounds like the Vikings want to lower TJ Hawkinson's cap number instead of flat releasing him, per Ellick. So it's one of those deals where they're gonna try to work. They're gonna try to work it out. I want him to go. You know what I mean? And me and you both. I mean, it ain't even about the money, bro. Like it's not about money at all. It's about his name being Hawkinson, and I think people are hanging on to the guy that is from 6-7 years ago. And I just don't think that he's the same tight end. Unfortunately, I think that injury really just kind of did him dirty, but he just brings no value. I mean, you telling me you can't replace 40 yards a game? You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. You telling me you can't replace that? All these damn tight ends in this draft and shit.
You
Man, what
1,000,000% can. I mean, you can replace it with Josh Oliver. Truthfully, like you can just
exactly.
elevate Josh Oliver to be your starter. And shout out Viking Gaming. Welcome to the Love Boat. Yeah,
Let's
with
go.
Hawkinson, I, I was very pro Hawkinson when we traded for him. I defended that contract more than I should have until
Yeah.
like the end of 2023. In 2022, that was the best he ever was as a Viking, and I don't think it's debatable. Maybe that has something to do with Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
Um, but even like before the ACL tear, like he was still only like a 45-yard, 50-yard a game player, if that. So that
Right.
ACL tear obviously did him dirty, like you said. But yeah, and you said it beautifully. It's not just about the money. The money is just a pile of shit that's on
Yeah.
top of the trash. With uh, Hawkinson's top five tight end, you're very funny, Adam Jones. I know you. Um,
Hawk is a top 5 tight end. Yeah, right.
it's with. I just don't want a bad football player on the football team, and he's
Yeah.
a bad football player. I say from my
Yeah.
chair in Virginia with barely any athletic bones in my body,
I
but
know, I know, Brev. What you run, man? A 6'5"?
shit, I don't know. One back in my athletic prime, it might have been a little bit faster, and I put some weight
There you
on
go.
since high school. But
There you go.
yeah, with Hawkinson, you said it perfectly. So there's opportunity cost in the
Yeah.
NFL, and for a team that is far over the cap as of right now, even after the Jones and Hargrave releases, which is another thing I've said. Don't be scared of that number. They can get out of that number. They could have gotten out
Yeah.
of that number really well if they just fucking cut T.J. Hawkinson, but I guess he
Yeah.
knows something about Kevin O'Connell. He doesn't want getting out. Um, there's value contracts you got to get when you're a team like this, and it's not even that I want the Vikings to release Hawkinson and replace him with like Kyle Pitts if he didn't get franchise tagged, or like I think Dallas Goedert needs to be tagged. I don't know if he has been yet.
Right.
I'm perfectly fine with the Vikings just elevating Josh Oliver, just like I said, because that
Yeah.
that's where you're at. Because Josh Oliver can do everything that T.J. Hawkinson can do, but is also a better blocker. So I just don't understand how me and you over 1,000 miles away from Minnesota, because you're in South Kakalaki, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're over. You might be 2,000 miles away from
I'm
Minnesota.
telling you, bro. I'm a minute. I'm
Yeah,
a minute away.
I'm like 1,800 miles away here near
Yeah.
Richmond, Virginia. But with like, how can we see that this needs to happen? But when you're in the building, like you can't see. Like this feels like the sky is blue to me to just let him go. I don't.
Bro, and I see a graphic here that TJ Hawkinson has the highest cap hit amongst tight ends entering the
Yep.
2026 season.
Yep.
You know, like we're talking about ahead of guys like goddamn. I mean, Kyle Pitts is another one but George Kittle's. I mean, this dude, man. Listen, this dude need to get the hell off the team, man. I hope they have a change of heart. I hope the Vikings say, you know what? It's not even about saving the money. I think we just want to go in a different direction. To me, I think that's the move that should be made.
Yeah. It's very beneficial that you'd save what $8 or $9 million by releasing him. I think restructuring him gets you like kind of near that number of what you save, but you're also
Yeah.
messing with money in the future. And TJ
Yeah.
Hawkins is just not somebody I want to do that with. So, like if he stays on the team, like I don't know. There's just so many things you need to do cap wise. Like why wouldn't you do this unless TJ Hawkinson has dirt on Kevin O'Connell's love life or something? Um, Hawk is unironically better at tight end than JJ is at quarterback. I,
Yeah.
that might be true. That actually might be true right now. But we'll have to see. Yeah, I don't understand it. Um,
It's crazy, bro. Like I think like and TJ Hawkinson, out of all the moves that need to be made, I feel like that's like the probably the most important one, bro. Like that one's almost more important to me than the damn quarterback. Like
mm,
just because of what we talked about. Like he just I mean, he's just holding us back, man. It's annoying watching him now. Now every time I see him, I'm pissed off when I see him out there, just because he jumps to catch every pass. I mean, there's just a lot of little things that just
Yeah.
irritate me with him. You
He
know what I
he
mean?
jumps to catch everything. He can create separation. He
No yak.
he
I
no
mean,
zero yak. He can't catch in
it's
traffic.
just like, what are you doing, man?
Yeah, it's bad. Shout out Viking Gaming, Newport News 757. Let's
Let's
get
go,
it.
man. Shout out
I
757.
haven't been out there in a minute. They got good barbecue down there. I'll tell you that.
And man, I was just in the 757, man. Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving, man. I
Oh
was out
really?
there. And I was in Norfolk.
Norfolk. Yep. Been to a
Yeah.
couple concerts out there in Norfolk.
That is 757, right? Is
Yeah,
it
yeah.
Norfolk
75 is like
757?
southeast,
All right.
southeast
Yeah.
Virginia, Virginia Beach, Norfolk,
I
Hampton.
was in I was actually in Hampton to be
Hampton.
exact.
Yeah, yeah. I've been out to
Yeah.
Hampton a couple times.
Yeah.
But yeah, T.J. Hawkinson gotta go. I don't know what we're doing there. A couple other
Yeah.
names to watch for the cap space, like Jonathan Allen. I don't know how much you want to tear apart the interior defensive line. Because with Jonathan Allen, you only save like $4 million this year or
Yeah.
something. So it's not a whole lot. Yeah, like who else is there that they can? I know they can restructure out the ass. They can restructure Jefferson, Darisaw, um,
Yeah.
Ryan
I mean, I was
Cavalier.
I was like I was talking about it last night where I was like, I would have thought Jonathan Allen. I guess the Hargrave Allen thing is more, I guess, more about the money because
Yeah,
like the play is like damn near the same. They both ain't did shit. They both really ain't do shit. So, it's I guess that's more of a move of just, hey, we can save a little more getting rid of this guy other than that guy.
yeah,
And we'll keep one of the two. But Jonathan Allen was underwhelming. But I
yeah,
think it's okay to keep him. It's okay. Keep him because we do see Redmond. Hopefully LDR takes another step, and then there's no telling what we'll do in the draft this year when it comes to that interior defensive line. So I'm okay with that move. I don't really know who else off the top of the head though that I feel like we should absolutely just get up out of there. Aaron Jones was one that was on the list, obviously.
yeah.
And I'm gonna go on further for 2027. I mean, if Jordan Mason doesn't step his shit up, he need to
Yeah.
go too. Like, I'm just be real, bro. Like,
He's
when it
mid.
comes to the running back position, bro, like I'm just being real. Jordan Mason, he's cool, but he is not a star running
No,
back and won't be. He is mid, bro. I'm be real. Jordan Mason's mid.
he's a fine running back too, but
Yeah.
he's kind of like Jalen Naylor, where I think he's just like he's fine, but he's replaceable. He plays his role well, but you're not gonna sink your team if you just let him go.
That might have been a hot take right there, Brev, that, I've been getting crucified lately on
Mm-hmm.
Vikings X, bro. I've been coming out standing alone on some of my takes,
Yeah,
just causing shit just because I'm like, it's draft season, it's free agency. Let me put a couple tweets out there to piss some Vikings fans off and have them call me names and shit every once in a while
yeah.
like that. So, that's what I did today. And maybe that's a new one. Maybe I'll when we get off the show,
Do
I'll
that.
go out and
Yeah,
say Jordan Mason's mid. You know what I
you
mean?
gotta
And
plant
have
your
have
flags. Plant your
yeah,
flags.
I got my planting them, bro. Like, hey, the past couple of weeks, bro, I've been planting flags left and right, bro. I
Yep.
planted one today. I might plant another one. Like, fuck it, I'm gonna just keep planting them bitches around.
Yeah. Well, we're coming up on time here. We'll let you get out of here. Go ahead, plug your shit one more time. Everybody knows who you are in here, but plug
Yeah,
your shit one more
man.
time.
Hey, shout out everybody in the building, man. Appreciate y'all tapping in over here, man, for this on the SKOLCIAL network. I mean,
Sure.
this has actually been super fire, Brav. Me and you, I mean, I'm glad we finally locked in
Yeah.
because as people see, like we've done a couple shows already, like back to back, really.
Mm-hmm.
And this is just the beginning, bro. We're gonna continue to
Yeah.
work. I want to get you on my channel again, obviously here coming up. Maybe we can figure something out this week or next week, but
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
hit you up behind the scenes. But follow me, Vocal Vike, if you haven't already. Go to Vocal Vike on YouTube, hit subscribe. That's my main platform where we kind of do everything we like to do. So, and if anybody real quick too, Brad, let me plug
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Anybody in the chat that wants to do Mock Madness, man, we're doing the Mock Madness. It's starting this Friday. It'll be the first match. And just a quick rundown, I'll pair you up with somebody else, and you pretty much it's obviously it sounds exactly like what it is. It's like March Madness for basketball. It's a tournament bracket, but it's Mock Madness, and we do mocks and we let the community vote on who's the winner. And believe it or not, we get over 1,000 votes. Last year, each mock that I posted on my community tab got over 1,000 votes. So it's like you really have real Vikings fans out here picking who did the best, and it's
Yeah.
fun. It's exciting, man. We have fun. We talk shit. We come on this live show and do it. And so if you are interested in that, hit me up. Hit me up at Purple Pocket Podcast at Gmail. Come to my YouTube channel, drop a comment saying, "Hey, Rap, I want to get involved with that," and I got you. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. We're definitely going to be in there. And I meant to do this earlier, actually, but definitely tap into Rap's Discord. I just
Let's
dropped the
go.
link in the chat. Get in there. We talk about the Vikings, I mean, all fucking day long,
Yeah.
basically, whoever's
Yeah.
available. So definitely
Yep.
pop in there. You can talk with me and Rap just about any
Yep.
time of the day for free. We
Yep.
talk draft, we talk Vikings and shit, everything. Before I get out of here, obviously, definitely get in the Discord. Go sub to Rap. I'll be on there. He's going to be on my show. I mean, Rap's got an open door to my show,
Yeah.
honestly. So, Rap, whenever you want to come on,
Same. Yeah.
we'll get you on here and we'll do some things together. For my
Yeah.
hockey fans, don't know how many are out there. Tomorrow night is the first, I guess, reaction live stream. It's a watch party.
Let's
Minnesota
go.
Wild play tomorrow night against the Tampa Bay
Let's
Lightning.
go.
I'm gonna get that going before the playoffs come up
How they
here.
doing? How they doing this year? Are they
Uh,
a playoff team?
oh
They
hell yeah,
playoff bound? Let's
they're a
go.
championship contender.
Oh, they
They
kicking
yeah,
ass.
yeah.
Let's
So
get it.
they have by far the best chance in the next 3 years to bring a championship to Minnesota for the first time
Let's
since
fucking
'91.
go, man. Let's
So
go. So, and real quick, Brev, I
yeah,
was talking to, speaking of hockey, I was talking to my Skull Mafia. Shout out Skull Mafia, the Skull
yeah,
Bro, right? Like
hmm
when the Olympics was on, he texted me randomly. He was like, "Yo, Rap, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I don't think I'm getting into this hockey shit, bro.
yeah,
Like, this shit is lit, right?" And I'm like, "Dog, you just now getting on that?" I'm like,
yeah,
"So, because here we don't obviously we don't have an NHL team in South Carolina. We
yeah,
have
yeah.
the Hurricanes that are obviously in Raleigh, North Carolina, which is
hmm
about 6 hours from me. But we have an ECHL team, which is the Carolina
The
Stingrays."
Stingrays,
And
yeah.
we're like top shit now. We be kicking ass, right? And we
hmm
play in this big ass coliseum. And I've been to, I would say, at least 50 plus games. And I was
Yeah,
telling Skull Mafia, bro, like even going to NFL games, top of the chart, right? Love it, the atmosphere. But there's nothing
it's
like a hockey game,
different
bro. Like
environment.
a playoff hockey game too,
Yeah,
man. I mean, just a regular fucking Tuesday night hockey game is jacked. Now, imagine a playoff game, bro.
hmm
Hockey is probably the second best on my list, I will say, and I even will make Vikings. I would probably rather go in person and watch a hockey game than an NFL game just because
yeah,
it's so exciting and the talent those dudes have, bro, up and down that fucking night. Like seeing them in person, how fast they skate and shit, bro. It's like unreal, dog. Like
yeah.
that shit is fire, man. So shout out to the hockey fans, man. Hockey's lit, bro. I love hockey.
Actually, I try to go to every single because the Wild play in Raleigh once a year. I try to go to every single game in Raleigh because I'm only like two and a
Yeah,
half, 3 hours from Raleigh. Because
yeah,
it's right over the border. But yeah, definitely tune in out tomorrow night if you're a hockey fan or if you just want to hang out. I'm gonna be reacting in the
yeah, man.
chat and we'll be watching the game.
Let's go.
But yeah, I appreciate you, Rap. Everybody go
Yeah,
sub.
man.
Everybody join that Discord. Let's talk some Vikings. Let's talk some draft. And I will see y'all.